on 202 so that Wednesday we can kind of jump into it further. So this is your what's this called? The dividend. This is your divisor. All right. We're looking for our quotient, which is the answer to division, quotient and remainder. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a box. We're using the box method for division. There's a couple other methods. I don't know if I'm going to show you any of the other methods. So we want to know if m minus 8 is our divisor, we're looking up here for our quotient. Because our quotient times our divisor will get us back to our dividend, just like multiplication, right? Division is the inverse operation to multiplication, right? So this m squared minus 7m minus 11 is going to end up inside our box, and our quotient times our divisor is going to end up outside our box. So the first thing we do is we put m squared inside our box, and we ask ourselves, what has to go up here so that this times m is m squared? So what goes up there? M, right? So the first part of our quotient is m, because m times m is m squared, and m squared is the first term of our dividend. So do you see another box that you should multiply now? There's a next step. I do m times negative 8, and I get negative 8m in this bottom box. How many m are inside our dividend? Negative 7m. So I need this box plus this box to add up to negative 7m. So what has to go in this box to make it true? If I'm currently at negative 8m, how do I raise that up to negative 7m? I add 1m. So I'm building my dividend inside this box. I currently have m squared minus 7m. I still need to get to this negative 11. But now that I have this box, I can do outside my quotient. So what has to go here in my quotient? What times m is 1m? 1, right? So my quotient is actually m plus 1. But now I follow through to find my remainder. So 1 times negative 8 is negative 8. How much do I need? I needed negative 11 inside the box. So how much am I lacking? I need to put another negative 3 in my box. So I actually have a remainder of negative 3. We're going to learn that this is actually our asymptote line. So when you were seeing some slanted lines on your graphs, that was an asymptote line. We need to do division to find this equation, y equals m plus 1 or y equals x plus 1. So it's a really challenging task the first time through, but now that you see the method, we're going to practice it 20 times and you'll get really good at division. So let's do a couple more of these together today. And then that way on Wednesday, we'll be practicing it instead of learning it for the first time. So n minus 6 is your divisor. So that goes on the outside of this box, n minus 6. This is your dividend. So at the end, this has to end up inside this box. So we put n squared in the box first. Now we're going to start building our solution, our quotient in this oval. So what goes first in the oval? N, because n times n is n squared. And now what should be your next step? You multiply to get this box, which is negative 6n. How many n is in our dividend? Negative 1n. So what has to go here so that together they add up to negative 1? Huh? So on the diagonal here, these two together, combined like terms, they have to add up to negative 1n. So how many n should I put in this box? 7? 5, right? 5n. Because I have positive 5, negative 6, that adds up to negative 1n. So now I do the outside. What's the other part of my quotient? What goes here? What times n will give me 5n? It should be 5, right? N plus 5. So my solution is n plus 5. So now I'm just going to find out what my remainder is. 5 times negative 6 is negative 30. How much did I want? I only wanted negative 29. So I need to add 1 in order to make this true. So you have a remainder of 1. N plus 5 with a remainder of 1. Did that one feel any better? Basically, it's the inverse of multiplying using the box. You're going backwards and you're finding out what this other factor is, but it's not really a factor. It didn't go in evenly, so there's a remainder. All right, last two. Maybe I'll let you try 4 on your own in a minute. Do one more with me, and then maybe you can get through one on your own. All right, so I put n plus 5 on the outside of the box. This is going to be my quotient, and I put n squared as the first term inside my box. And then what do I do next? I do the bottom box. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I put n. For n times n is n squared, and then I do the bottom box in that column. So I'd get 5n down here. N times 5 is 5n. How much did I want to get? I wanted 10n. So what has to go here so that I get 10n total? I need another 5n, right? You're trying to balance everything. So 5n plus 5n gives me the 10n for my dividend. So now I can do this term is just going to be a plus 5. 5 times 5 is 25. So what's my remainder? I need to get to positive 18, and I'm currently at positive 25. So I need to go down 7. So my remainder is negative 7. See if you can do that last one.